2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Detroit Pistons going up against the 76ers out in Philadelphia. For Philadelphia, facing off here against a very talented ball club, this is a great opportunity for them to put all their skill and talent on display in front of the home fans. And now around the halfway point, the novelty of the new season has died down, and we're still a long way from the playoffs. Shaq, how do the players maintain focus through this stretch? How do you maintain focus?
Have you maintained focus? Easy. You're a pro, Ernie. Do your job. That's your job.
There you go.
You know, and not only that, you got to be a real competitor. You got to want to compete.
Yeah, good coaching, and the veterans can help you through this. Because the veterans have been here before, they can kind of lead you and guide you.
Do you feel focused right now?
Not at all.
No. Do you feel focused right now?
Never.
Well, that makes three of us. Here's Kevin Harlan. He's always focused.
And now your starters. At small forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 25, Ben Simmons. At shooting guard, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 17, J.J. Redick. The other forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 9, Darian Saric. The other guard, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 20, Markelle Fultz. In the middle, at 7 foot 0 inches, number 21, Joel Embiid. The head coach of your home team is Brett Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, your Philadelphia 76ers.
Welcome everyone to what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Coming in off the road, the 76ers are back in Philadelphia for this game. Their last meeting was in Detroit, where they were unable to fight off the Pistons.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
Well, you know what, Greg? When the defense is that lax, come on now, they honestly deserve to lose. You can't let a team get into that kind of a group.
Now the 76ers with it. It's a three-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Well, the effort plainly was not there. I mean, they often settled for tougher, lower percentage shots, and that makes it hard to win.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Pistons, Jackson is out there with Kennard. Then there's Harris. Then it's John Lewis, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5, owning the paint. And during this part of the season, a lot of lengthy road trips can be found for teams in the league. Clark, I would assume it's maybe sometimes hard to play at your best when you've been on the road for a long time.
Oh, there's no question about it. I mean, there's a galvanizing aspect to being on the road because it's just you and your teammates against the opponent. But when you're out on the road for a long time, things can get a little stale. You can become a little distracted. So it becomes very difficult, particularly for young teams, to work through the grind and adversity of being on the road. Veteran guys are used to it, but the young fellas often struggle with that.
Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. On defense, the Pistons, they defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And this is why scouting is so important. You've got to be able to identify those role players who can complement what your team does.
And you know what, Greg? Every team has guys that play different roles. As a matter of fact, most players in the league are role players. It's a matter of understanding your role and doing it well because role players are just as important as the stars. Boy, the defense looked helpless there. I mean, he's going to lay it up every time when he's got a smaller defender on him.
Screen by Sharge. They get a hand on it. And it's on a bounce. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And David Aldridge spoke with Stan Van Gundy. David?
Kevin, I asked him what he thought the key factors would be coming into this game, and he said, well, our length and shot blocking should help. It gives offenses something to think about when they come inside. That hesitation can be a game changer. We'll see if that holds true tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
David, thank you. Do you think that's the right approach, guys?
I don't think it's ever wrong to focus on defense first. It sets a tone that can last for an entire game.
Yeah, that's the most surefire approach to use, guys. I mean, because they don't want to get into a shootout today. I mean, if this becomes a defensive battle, they really enjoy that.
And Lure wide open. He shoots it. A three-pointer off the mark. Fultz with the ball. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Celtics in Boston. Redick is in the corner. 5 to shoot. The rebound by Marjanovic.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
And he comes up with the deuce.
What an incredible effort from Simmons, using his length extremely well when he's crashing the glass.
Over to the wing. Here's Marjanovic. It's good. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Stolen by Jackson. Pass to Lure. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle too.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness and the fearlessness there, Greg. I mean, very committed to getting the shot he wanted.
And the free throw off from Lure. The 76ers trail by 6. Outside, Simmons. Fultz kicks to Sharge. And here's Fultz. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Inside. Shots good by Kennard. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Detroit.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half. And rarely do you see a team trade out of the first overall pick, but that's exactly what the Celtics did with Fultz. Sixers jumped on the chance to move up, and Fultz matched exactly what they wanted to add to this team.
Good on the second free throw. And you know, Greg, for the trade, it wasn't so much a critique of Fultz.
You know, Boston had a playmaker already, and they might not have taken Fultz if they stayed in the #1 spot. And listen, the Sixers were in desperate need of a lead guard, and they got a franchise caliber one in Fultz.
Embiid with a screen on Jackson. Outside, Simmons. He dishes it to Embiid. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Harris inside the line. Offensive rebound. Passes it to Kennard. Puts up a 3. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
And since 2016, a new front office has taken over in Philadelphia. The new team motto, process to progress. They're looking to turn the corner here.
And the Pistons making a change here. Smith is checked in. Now here's Fultz. And the wide open shot from Redick. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And the previous Sixers front office distinguished by their patience in rebuilding and, acquiring draft picks. That was the way they were going to build that team. Clark, you think the Sixers will continue to show that patient approach?
Well, I think they're going to blend it. They're ready to push their chips in and try to win some games now. They want to be a playoff team as soon as possible. You can't continue to lose forever. They want to start winning, and they're on their way.
Here's Fultz, following the three by Detroit. Saric in the corner. A putback, it's hauled in by Harris. Detroit leading by 15. Out to the right wing. Pistons passing it around. Lure. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Lure's got 7 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Embiid. He had a 27-point outing in the last game against Boston.
Yeah, but you can't talk about his performance without mentioning what he did defensively in terms of shot blocking. He was a force of nature. And the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And Clark, you've been a member of this booth and many others for quite some time. I've always wondered, how did you make the jump into broadcasting?
Well, you know what? I've always enjoyed the game, Kevin, been a student of the game, and have enjoyed reading and playing with words. So when my basketball playing career ended prematurely back in 1987, I got a chance to do Pacers radio, and from there fell in love with this new career and wanted to excel at it. And I've been at it now for over 30 years and hope to have a few more left in front of me.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Amir Johnson's checked in for Saric. Robert Covington comes in for Ben Simmons. Jared Bayless is checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz. Now, here's McConnell. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. There's Bayless with the three. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Here's Bayless. McConnell in the corner. Shot to end this cold run, and that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. McConnell's got his first 3 points of the game. Detroit leading by 17. Out to the right wing. Here's Lure. And another 3 for Detroit.
And already with a commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
Now here's Covington. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Embiid the screen. 6 to shoot. The shot by McConnell, no good. Left side, Harris. He feeds it to Lure. Pass to Marjanovic. Out to Smith. Beyond the arc. That one's no good. 0-1 to begin the game. Embiid in the corner. Shoots. That one's good from the corner. Embiid's got his second basket of the night. Detroit dictating the flow. Over to the left wing. Shoots a 3. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And I tell you what, Greg, once he finds that rhythm, he's hard to guard. Shots come easy for him.
Knocked loose. It's taken away by Smith. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got 9 points.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly, they've been the better team so far.
Covington kicks to McConnell. Embiid the screen. Off the pick. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Bayless has got his first points of the night.
And you know, Bayless is not just a perimeter player. I mean, he never backs away from chances to get close to the basket for these interior opportunities.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass. A guy like him cannot be left alone around the hoop. If you do, it'll be buffet style all day long. Plenty of seconds right there.
Got that one up quick. And that's 12 points for Tobias Harris.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Which is the main reason, partner, they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far.
Now, here's McConnell. Back to Johnson. The pass to Bayless. 5 to shoot. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And Embiid loves to punch it now. The defense can't let him get that kind of position inside.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. It's Detroit running away with it. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils, both offensively and as a lightning rod for fans.
I think I'll forever be associated with Duke and Duke basketball. And obviously that's a polarizing topic for some people. They like me, some people don't like me. But I take a lot of pride in the fact that I went to school there, I got to play there, and I graduated from Duke.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
And listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach K and what they've done there. And listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and haven't gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been. Okay, I think it's about where he's going and what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And the Pistons have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second chance points.
And we know energy and effort go hand in hand, and they won't be denied playing with a bunch of energy, easily coming up with those offensive rebounds, too.
Robert Covington out there with Amir Johnson. Then it's Jared Bayless. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's McConnell in at the one spot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. And Brett Brown, such a great fit in Philadelphia. He loves the town, loves the game, loves the coach. He says about the town, Clark, it reminds him of his hometown.
Well, that's nice to hear because he does embody a lot of the grit that you come to know and expect from Philadelphians. I mean, it reminds him of where he's from. He's faced the media through tough times. He's always candid and forthright. And he's coaching with a long lens, as he put it, building towards something great. And, man, I tell you, that passion and enthusiasm just oozes out of him, which is pretty cool to see.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now the feed to Embiid from about 19 feet. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Boy, they ran the offense well to get this look. Even though he missed it, I think they liked the shot.
Ellenson kicks to Galloway. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And the 76ers call time here. And the NBA has had coaches who are as legendary as any player. With that in mind, Clark, who is your pick as the greatest coach of all time?
Man, I can't even begin to have an answer for that one. There's some guys that jump out, though, when you think about that list, who would be on it. Greg Popovich, for sure. Phil Jackson would have to be included on that list. Brett Auerbach, Chuck Daly for the way he was able to manage his players. Pat Riley, you'd have to consider him as part of being on somebody worthy of that list as well. And I'll even go back a little farther and throw Lenny Wilkins in the mix. I thought he was really good with a number of different teams that he coached.
Anderson kicks to Fultz. Back to Anderson. Screen by Sharich to stop the run. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Galloway. The three-pointer, no good. 76ers have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Reddick passes to Simmons. And Reddick kicks to Fultz. Sharich with the screen for Fultz. Jumper off the screen. The 76ers again can't hit it. Johnson attacking. Some solid defense from Sharich. The 76ers shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Right side, Reddick. There's the dish to Fultz. Cans it from downtown. Fultz has got 6.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Here's Galloway. He had 10 points in the win against Washington. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Now here's Fultz, guarded by Jackson. And the shot goes in.
Really like the quick decision-making of Fultz there, Kevin. Excellent at surveying the floor for the open teammate.
Pistons leading by 23. Now here's Jackson, looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Ellenson. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Now here's Fultz. He's guarded closely. Anderson wide open. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Nice to see Anderson working on his perimeter game. I mean, when he shoots with confidence, he's lethal.
Now Jackson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for Philadelphia.
And really, the long ball hadn't been a big factor for them. Not a lot of attempts, not a lot of makes either. Nothing wrong, though, with probing inside on days when the shots aren't falling.
Here's Galloway. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. The three-pointer is right on target. 76ers have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Now here's Fultz, guarded by Jackson. Offensive rebound. It's deflected. The 76ers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And it's been an average year, really. At the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
And that one falls from Sharich. And Clark, we know that players are evaluated in a historical perspective, largely by how many rings they have. Do you think that's a fair way to evaluate things?
I don't think you can solely evaluate an individual player in a team sport by the number of rings he's been able to win. Clearly, it can be part of the criteria, especially if you're talking about great players who have had similar careers. It can be a differentiator. but to me it doesn't necessarily carry the weight that some people like to give it in evaluating players. Individual performance over time is what to me marks the hallmark of a player worthy of Hall of Fame consideration or being talked about being one of the greats in the game.
Marjanovic. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got 4 rebounds now tonight. Fultz rebounded by the Pistons. Lewis got rebound number 5 here tonight. For 3, Harris. Pistons keep it alive. The second chance effort. Marjanovic banked in off the glass. Marjanovic has got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Buries the long-range jumper.
He's got great confidence, Kevin. Markelle Fultz is a terrific scorer. Fills it up in no time.
And J.J. Redick with the prototype when it comes to his release point on that jump shot. So quick off the catch. Always has his feet set and squared and ready to deliver that dagger.
Anderson the screen. Clock at 6. Jumper off the screen. That shot off the mark. And the Pistons now going the other way. Hey, Greg, with Redick, that great shooting form he has is one of the reasons his game has aged so well.
And a lot of people wondered if Redick would be able to last in the NBA when he was drafted. Might have one of the longest careers of that draft class. Just keeps producing at any age.
Boy, Anderson, really an impressive athlete. Excels at blasting his way inside and drawing the contact.
First free throw is good. And picks taken in the late first round can be a bit of a crapshoot, Clark. But Justin Anderson, taken with the 21st pick back in 2015, he sure seems like a keeper.
Yeah, I concur with everything you said there, Kevin. I mean, seeing him at Virginia, you knew he had the physical tools. It's just a matter of developing his skills and his shooting ability to be able to succeed at this level, and I think he will.
Philadelphia's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. McConnell in the corner. 1:22 left to play here in the second quarter. Dishes it to Covington. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Marjanovic has got 7 rebounds in the game. And slam dunk by Harris.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
McConnell kicks to Anderson. Back to McConnell. Embiid with a screen on Smith. Here's McConnell. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. And Lure gets it to go. Lure's got 18 points in the game.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Johnson the screen. And here's Anderson for 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Harris kicks to Lure. Covington with a steal. To the left wing. McConnell passes to Anderson. Johnson the screen. Anderson kicks to Embiid. 1 second left. And no good trying to get that one. And so is Detroit, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Brett Brown. Now, Coach, it seemed like you guys came out a little flat. How do you get some energy for the second half?
You just got to go with the people that have energy. I feel like we are not the aggressors. We have to do whatever we're going to do through our defense, and so far it's been poor.
Brett, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Detroit finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, shooters were popping open right and left. Exceptional ball movement. Guys racing off screens, spotting up, knocking down shots. That's the way you play basketball unselfishly, and it was superb, and they exploited all the weaknesses of the defense.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys dribble between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 101. Maintain position 101. Learn how to play basketball 101. Things like that, Ernie.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
We welcome you back to Philadelphia, a town full of history. That's City Hall right there with the statue of William Penn perched atop it. The 76ers shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. On the court for the Pistons, they've got Tobias Harris. Bogdanovich is out there with John Lure. Then there's Reggie Jackson, and it's Kennard in at the 2. That shot off. Some solid defense from Saric. Here's Simmons. The teardrop falls in. Simmons got the first points to start out the third quarter for the 76ers. The Pistons shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. To the wing right side. Lure. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. And here are the 76ers now. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And here's Harris from the arc. Saric grabs the board. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Simmons. Goes back up. The putback, and Embiid is right there.
And this is what you get with Embiid. A real scrapper, even though he's a big, skilled, talented guy. He's an energy guy as well.
Pass to Kennard. Three-pointer. The Pistons with a fresh 24. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
Basket good.
And, you know, Fultz sees the floor well. He's excellent distributing the basketball.
Pistons leading by 23. Jackson with it. Lure the screen. Elbow shot is on the way. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, you really can't get too upset at the defense there. I mean, they were there, but just not good enough to prevent the mid-range jumper from falling.
And the 76ers call time here. And Clark, when you look around the league today, is there a player that you watched and think, hey, that reminds me of how I used to play?
There are a number of guys that come to mind a little bit. Tobias Harris is an outstanding player, terrific young player and young man. Has a game similar to mine in that he's really versatile, does a lot of things well, not super flashy, but very productive. He comes to mind right off the top of my head currently.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Outside, Simmons. Saric dishes to Fultz. Shot clock at 6. Embiid sets the pick for Redick. From deep, gets the three-pointer to fall. Redick's got 5 points so far.
Even with a man all in his jersey, Redick has the skill and concentration to make you pay on those jump shots. It's real simple for him.
On the wing, Jackson lets the three fly. They get it again. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
It's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
And Redick, here we go. That's tipped. Up top, Marjanovic, guarded by Embiid. On the wing, Harris. Outside, Jackson. Here's Galloway. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Fultz with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Fultz the pass to Šarić. He kicks to Redick. Fires from deep. Another three for Philadelphia.
Excellent confidence from Redick. Really good. I mean, taking his time, his form, textbook.
Passes to Marjanovic. Shoots over Embiid. And Embiid with the block. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. The shot by Šarić, no good.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. Looked like he forced the shot.
And Lure kicks to Marjanovic. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Hands it from downtown. Lure's got 6 here in this quarter.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Now here's Fultz. Not a lot of room. There's the three. With the putback. Šarić on the follow. Šarić has got 5.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Amir Johnson's checked in for Šarić. Robert Covington comes in for Simmons. And Jared Bayless subbed in for J.J. Redick. Detroit also making some changes. Henry Ellinson's checked in for Marjanovic. Tolliver comes in for Lure. And it's Johnson in for Harris. Ellinson's shot is off.
Boy, incredible effort on defense. Refusing to give him an uncontested layup. Nothing easy.
Pistons leading by 20. There's the triple. Galloway, no good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Philadelphia. For Philadelphia, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Feeds to Covington. They set the screen. Kicks it to Bayless. Johnson dishes to Embiid. Embiid the screen. Here's McConnell. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. McConnell's got his second bucket of the night. Pistons shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break.
And T.J. McConnell, undrafted out of Arizona, but he caught on with the Sixers, and I tell you what, made an immediate impact. Standing at about 6'2" and just over 200 pounds. He brings that physicality at the defensive end of the floor.
Galloway, the pass to Ellinson. Galloway kicks to Tolliver. On the wing, Jackson. Jacks up a 3. Kept alive. Can't hit that one. And that's a foul called on Henry Ellinson. That's his first foul. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 16-7 run. Embiid with a screen on Jackson. Covington kicks to Embiid. Right block shot. Pass to McConnell.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Foul.
And Greg, you were a defensive-minded guard. You see any similarities to what McConnell brings to the table?
You know, I love his toughness. He's got quick feet, a strong lower base, and, you know, he gets into you. And he racks up his fair share of steals because of it.
So he comes up empty at the line. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 16-7 run. Really left alone that time. Bayless has got his third bucket of the night.
And, you know, throughout Bayless's career, he's proven to be quite dependable from outside. If you don't get a hand up on him, he'll drop in that perimeter shot for you.
Galloway kicks to Tolliver. There's Jackson with the three. The rebound by Johnson.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Covington with the bucket.
And that's really good use of the catch and shoot. Outstanding by Covington. He's a quick decision maker, and he usually makes his decision as the pass is being thrown to him as to what kind of shot he's going to get off.
And Allenson throws it down.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Here's McConnell. Bounces high off the rim and drops. McConnell's got 7. Pistons leading by 13. And here's Jackson. In the corner, it's Galloway. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got assist number 8 now on the night. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. And there's the pass to Covington. Embiid dishes to Johnson. Again, Philadelphia.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Outside Jackson. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. He lays it in. Jackson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Embiid the screen. And Bayless kicks to Embiid. Covington against Johnson. There's Bayless with the 3. Detroit with the rebound. 40 seconds left to play in the third. The feed to Ellenson. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Embiid.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
And the 76ers making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Then for the Pistons, Kennard, he's checked in for Langston Galloway. And Smith subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now here's Bayless. T right on him. He dishes it to Johnson. Covington passes to Anderson. Comes up empty down low.
Yeah, good interior D there. Prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket. Good job putting the pass in front of him, throwing it where he's supposed to be, not where he is, paving the way right to the bucket.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Back to the action after this word. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Covington and Simmons, the duo at forward. Jarrett Bayless is out there with T.J. McConnell. And it's Johnson in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. The 76ers trail by 21. McConnell kicks to Johnson. Simmons with it. Working on Tolliver. No good from Simmons. And, well, Detroit shooting 47%. Pretty solid. Smith drives in. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Smith's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Detroit.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Bayless dishes to Simmons. Johnson the screen. Off the screen. Simmons missing again. Pistons leading by 23. On the wing, Johnson takes the 3. They get it back. Here's Marjanovic. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Now Now here's Bayless, guarded closely. Mark, we've seen a few active players have their own podcasts that they produce throughout the season. That's a good idea or a bad idea for them?
Again, I'm ambivalent to that because the landscape is so different now with the social media platforms, and I like the fact that players have a chance to control their narrative, their story, through the different social media platforms, the Players Tribune, podcasts. Now, you have to balance that with your responsibilities and obligations to your team, your teammates, and your franchise. And so that's where it becomes a challenge, managing your time effectively and using it wisely. But clearly, players should have the opportunity to be fully engaged people beyond just playing the game. Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
Here's Smith. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Boy, and the intelligence of Smith. Really cool to see him get the defense to come into him when he's going up for a shot.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Detroit.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
They worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
That one is off. And he sinks the second.
And you know, Smith, the former Demon Deacon, he's a savvy veteran whose passing and shooting really can frustrate opponents.
That's tipped. And league expansion is something that simply won't leave the conversation in the NBA right now, Clark. Do you think that the NBA adding another team or two is inevitable?
I don't think it's inevitable. As a matter of fact, I think we're at a good number where we are, Kevin. It's still the best league in the world, and I think you could dilute that a bit if you added teams. So I'm fine with where we are.
Lure can't hit. The 76ers trail by 21. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And the shot goes in from Fultz.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Out left of the wing. Here's Lure. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. He feeds it to Sharge. Covington kicks to Simmons. Baseline J on the way. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got rebound number 15 here tonight. And here's Harris from the arc. Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Embiid, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Screen by Sharge. Shot clock at 5. Embiid with a screen on Harris. Shoots off the screen, and too long on the shot. Pistons leading by 19. Here's Kennard, and stolen by Simmons. Here's Redick. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Tell you what, with the long-range game Redick has, you can sometimes forget how good his mid-range game is, too.
On the wing, Harris. Embiid with the steal. Simmons passes to Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And you see Markelle Fultz and how he plays. Wasn't as hyped coming into college, but He changed that tune after one season.
And in that final year, Fultz grew a full 3 inches. I think that helped move him into the elite prospect range. At 6'5", with that 6'10" wingspan, he has the special size that you look for. It really was a lone bright spot on an otherwise underachieving college team.
Now here is Smith. Pass to Marjanovic. And here's Harris from the arc. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Here's Simmons. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally, the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for him, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they got to come up with some stops.
Marjanovic, no good.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
In the corner, Simmons with it. Lets a floater go, and he lays it up and in. Simmons got it back down to within single digits for the 76ers. And, well, Detroit shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Marjanovic kicks to Lewis. Offensive rebound. They need this one. And Marjanovic with the layup. Marjanovic has got 4 this quarter.
And you can sense them just starting to squeeze and shrink this lead a little bit.
Yeah, the game has a bit of a different texture than it did just a little bit ago, Greg. Suddenly, that lead is not looking as comfy and cozy as it once did.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up there.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well. I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. Because he can't get anything to fall this at.
Jackson, he's checked in for Smith. Pistons leading by 8. Harris kicks to Lewis. Here's Kennard. For 3, Harris. It's rebounded by Fultz.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the post spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him he's up off the threes.
And Simmons gets to Sharch. Over Lure. And it's Sharch. That time on the assist by Simmons. 9 points for Dario Sharch. Sharch has gone 4 for 9 from the field. To the right side. Lure. Here's Marjanovic. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and it'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And he knocks down the first one. That one is no good. The 76ers trail by 7. Simmons dishes to Reddick. And Simmons kicks to Sharch. Fultz the pass to Embiid. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Man, I tell you what, I love how Embiid doesn't shy away from contact. He's skilled at finding ways to get to that foul line.
And he knocks down the first one. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
You know, you gotta love watching Embiid play the game because he has such great passion and really a drive to be great.
Jackson kicks to Marjanovic. Right through the knee for the layup. The 76ers trail. Fultz with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. And Reddick kicks to Embiid. To the middle. Here's Fultz. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Pistons leading by 6. Passes up to Kennard. No good on the shot. Good D by Embiid. Philadelphia's gone 1 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Good shot by Redick. No good.
Low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that. They're going to need to be patient to do so.
Lure can't hit.
Another 10-cut moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a fourth quarter he's going to want to remember.
Simmons against Harris. Right wing to the inside. Pistons facing it around. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jackson with the three. George grabs the board.
Not a shot he should have taken in the face of such tough defense. He needed to get a better look.
Good! What a beautiful shot to bring to within 3.
Raise the roof for folks. Get those hands up for him now. Excels at taking over during key possessions.
Marjanovic down low, followed by Embiid.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Count it! A tremendous three to tie it up.
And this atmosphere is bananas. Electric in here. I mean, that was a tremendous shot. And this crowd all over. Turned up.
Marjanovic down low. Embiid's there.
Solid read from Embiid there. Terrific at anticipating when that shot is coming.
Timeout called the 76ers. The score is tied at 95. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Boban Marjanovic.
He's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Everett.
During the break, I listened to him and Brett Jones talking with his team. He knows this has been a hard-fought game. He knows these guys could just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, if you're just joining us, this one has been a great one. We've got overtime action now, folks. So Philadelphia will get the first possession. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Redick and Covington make up the perimeter. Dario Saric is out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Fultz at the point guard. And Lure kicks to Jackson. Back to Lure. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Jackson. Takes a three. Hits it from three-point range. Jackson's got the first points here in the overtime period for Detroit. The 76ers trail by 3. Saric just screen on Jackson. Fultz dishes to Saric. Inside, Redick. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Tell you what, that bucket could turn out to be large. Redick gets the call and shows no nerve in coming through for him there.
It is Harris off the drive. Right wing, trying his luck deep. Lure can't hit. Well, they really make it a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. You can't focus on unfair. And no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Cummings are wide open. He fires. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. It's Jackson with the drive. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Just over a minute and a half played here in overtime. Volch kicks to Šarić. There's the dish to Embiid. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. On the way, Harris. Dishes it to Lewis. 5 on the clock. Marjanovic against Embiid. Good D by Embiid. And now Philadelphia on the break. He's got the ball. It's Cousins on the wing. Lets it go from deep. It'll go, and then Detroit leads cut to just 1 point in the basket from Hutt.
And Redick drains these shots constantly. I mean, senses and feels the separation and then capitalizes on it.
Pass to Marjanovic. And he uses the glass on the layup. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 so far in their 3-point attempts in overtime. And Šarić kicks the red. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. Screen by Šarić. Off the pick. Gets up over the rim and out. Pistons leading by 3. And what an exciting game here with 3 minutes played so far in overtime. On the run, Jackson. Now the pass to Canard. The Pistons working the ball around now. For 3, Harris. And with the rebound. 76ers are getting off to a little bit of a slow start for the field in overtime. Just 2 of 6 so far. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. Timeout called the 76ers. They're trailing by 3. There's 48 seconds left in overtime. On defense, Detroit. And Šarić hits the Redick. Feeds it to Fultz. The 76ers with another miss. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Out to the right lane. Brewer, the pass to Canard. Here's Marjanovic. Covered by Redick.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if they're trying to get yet another overtime.
And Covington is someone who definitely has the clutch DNA. I mean, he welcomes the chance to take these important shots.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of memory.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
And the 76ers call time here. They're trailing by 3. 15 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. What's your take, guys?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Exactly. You're right on top of it, Greg. No need to chuck up a 3. Just be smart and get a quality shot.
Harris drives in. It falls!
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg. I mean, they're in a groove right now. Up big, hard. Envision them losing this lead.
Here's Šarić. And the miss. And so it's Detroit with the W. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came out in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Ulmer, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.